Have you ever wanted to get your hands on a Jaydee Old Boy SG, but can't actually afford it?
This thing is the cost of the average Canadian mortgage these days.
Well, time to sell a kidney, or my soul.
Nope, I'm not doing that. I'm not taking out parts of my body just for a $33,000 guitar.
Well, you've come to the right place because I'm going to show you a budget blueprint, which is basically a mix of Tony Iommi's Old Boy and Monkey SG. Keep in mind what I'm about to show you is basically a Photoshop mock-up of what I'm envisioning, since I don't have the actual guitar and the actual parts themselves, but you're going to get the idea of what I'm trying to get at here. Word of advice before I get into this, don't take whatever I say as a fact. A lot of these mods may differ, so make sure to speak about this with a local guitar technician. They'll know what to do. They'll tell you if it's doable or not. So for the guitar itself, it is kind of easy. You're going to want to get yourself an Epiphone SG Special with P90s, which is a good starting point, which is fairly inexpensive. You can get this for like $669 from Long & McQuade, which, in case you don't know, it is the Canadian equivalent of Guitar Center.
Also known as the saddest place on earth for struggling musicians and sad men in loveless marriages.
Oh, and if you want to get yourself a Gibson SG Special with P90s, then that is a different story. But expect yourself to spend triple the money. Now we're going to add a Gotoh 510UB wraparound bridge. I get it. You may want the Schaller 456 combo bridge, since Tony himself used that on his Old Boy. But since that is ridiculously expensive and hard to find, then just forget about it.
Hey, Schaller! Yeah? You need something?
You know that 456 combo bridge that you discontinued I don't know how long ago?
I don't know what bridge you're talking about.
You know, that discontinued combo bridge that Tony Iommi used on his Old Boy SG. And you discontinued it I don't know how long ago.
Oh, yeah, that. We apparently don't carry that anymore, but
I have one simple request. Reissue that bridge, or you're getting this. Oh my god! Oh my god!
Nobody's anus got whooped during the making of this video. Nothing to worry about.
Anyways, let's move on. So the Gotoh is a decent option in terms of functionality and aesthetic. Plus it's $74 on Amazon. It's a lot more cheaper and a lot more easier to find. Oh, and if you want, a Schaller Signum also works. $247.81 as per StuMac. It's a little more expensive, but just like the Gotoh, it's easier to find. Now here comes the main event. We're gonna replace the P90s with the Gibson Tony Iommi Signature Humbuckers. These things were like super hard to find for like the last several years, which I'm sure people, especially those who are hardcore fans of Black Sabbath and Tony Iommi, wanted to get their hands on a set, but they were pissed because they were stupidly expensive and hard to find on either Reverb or eBay. But luckily, Gibson has reissued this humbucker, so that's good news. Well, if you're wondering why I'm talking about these pickups, these things are a whopping 16k ohms in terms of output. They have a unique mix of Alnico 2 and ceramic magnets, and they cost $299 as per Long & McQuade, just for a singular pickup! It's kind of ridiculous, but hey, if you get to that Old Boy tone and it's easier to find now, then sure, not a big deal. You could put in actual Jaydee pickups, but those are really hard to find. I don't know if you're able to get them. You're gonna have to spend a fortune on an actual Old Boy. But just know that the Iommi humbuckers are technically Old Boy pickups, just reverse engineered from them. So not a big deal. If you buy both pickups, they're gonna cost you like $598 in total. Expensive, but if it is worth it for you, then fine, it's worth it. We're gonna need 2 pickup rings for the neck and bridge, just so that you can hide the original P90 cavity. It'll be more convenient. Additionally, we're going to get locking tuners, for example, something from Spurzell, or any other locking tuners from Grover, Gotoh, But overall, anything that fits and does the job. If you want to get the actual Spurzell tuners, for a 3x3 set, it's going to be roughly $199.99 as per the Arts Music Store. This edition, it's up to you, but it'll help in the long run for tuning stability. Oh, and for this mock-up, I'm not showing the locking tuners, I'm just showing the stock tuners on the headstock. But you're going to get the idea. It's just tuners. Here is something that I would suggest if you want to rewire some parts of the guitar. I'd go with using this reference image, which is from a $27,000 Gibson Custom Shop Iommi SG, which is roughly from either 1999 or 2000. Big thanks to Alex's Gear Emporium on Reverb for providing the image of the wiring. I will say that it was kind of smart of you to do so. So, big props to you. Oh, and if you want to get that Custom Shop Iommi SG, then if you have the money for it, then sure, go for it. I leave that to you. If you really want to change the wiring just to this guitar without spending $27,000 on it, then sure. This picture was really smart of the seller to put up with the listing. You can also relocate the strap button to the top horn if you want, just so that you can avoid the average neck dive that some people suffer from when playing with an SG. You can also replace the stock strap buttons with Schaller strap locks. They're really good stuff, but whether you want to get them, that's up to you. But I would recommend them because they're really good stuff. If you want to play when standing up and you don't want your guitar to fall, then get those because they're really good stuff. Just get them. If you want, you can also add the iconic monkey sticker, which you see on Tony's original Monkey SG. If you have the ability to do so, you can also cut yourself a clear pick guard and add some Iommi themed picks on it. That is a different story, but it's up to you if you want to go the extra mile. If you want to make this look more like the Old Boy. Why I'm saying that is because Tony himself has put his own themed guitar picks under clear pick guards of his Old Boy SGs, and if you want to do that, yeah, go for it. But that's up to you. That's a different story. So there you have it. A somewhat budget replica, and also my take on Tony Iommi's Monkey SG with that Old Boy edge to it. These are the final prices I'm going to show on the screen if you want to see them. One price is if you actually do it yourself, and another price is that if you actually take the SG to a local technician to actually get it fully modded. If you live in Canada and you see these prices, then you'll get the idea. If you live elsewhere, just convert to your local currency so that you can get a decent idea of what you may spend. Anyway, sub to your boy down there for some more dark humor, some fun guitar things, and some morally questionable things that can definitely make you have a good laugh. Peace.